Saints Row isn't terrible. It's just aggressively average. When the new Saints Row was announced, I was pretty excited, to be honest. I was a massive fan of the series back in the day. 1 was fun, 2 was better. 3rd, in my opinion, was the absolute peak. I played 4, thought it was okay, and Get Out of Hell was, well, fine. Ages of Mayhem, although not being called Saints Row, let's be honest, it's set in the same universe, and I share the same sentiment as everybody else when it comes to that game. So when the new one was announced, I was excited to see how the game would evolve. So on launch day, I ran to my EB Games, got my copy, got home, loaded it up, played for about 2 hours, and suddenly realized it hadn't. It was the same game I'd played back on the PS3. There was nothing new here. Just all the things we did before. The Saints were back, just as I remembered. For better, and for worse. The game starts in a very similar way to 3 and 4, giving us the Saints at a party having the time of their lives. Then all of a sudden, the boss is dumped in a hole and buried alive. Fade to black, hit title screen, jump back in time to show how we got there. On their first day of work for the Marshall Defense Industry, the boss apprehends notorious bandit, the Nuali, but is denied a performance bonus by their strict superior, Gwen. Nevertheless, they return to their apartment to celebrate their success with their friends and roommates, Eli, Kevin, and Nina. Although affiliated with rival groups, the 4 remain more loyal to each other and often engage in criminal activities together to afford their rent and student loans. The boss letter helps Marshall recover a stolen mine artifact from a Los Panteros smuggling convoy, narrowly evading the gang's leader, Sergio Velez. Company founder, Atticus Marshall, praises the boss for their performance and promotes them to the head of security at the museum, ahead of an unveiling gala for the artifact. The Idols and the Los Panteros both attack the gala to steal the artifact for themselves, with the former succeeding. Although the boss saves the life of Marshall board member Maya Starr, they are fired by Atticus for failing to protect the artifact. The following evening, Kevin and Eli attend an Idols party at a local resort, which is attacked by Los Panteros. Eli is injured, as one of the Idol leaders is killed by the 4 after Kevin refuses an order to kill his friends. With both the Idols and Los Panteros now targeting them, the group resolve to start their own criminal organization. They use an abandoned church as their headquarters and adopt the moniker, the Saints. The first hours of the game are fast-paced fun and really feel like they have a neat story to tell. The problem? The second the gang becomes the Saints, the game feels like it hits a wall hard and doesn't push through it. In the remaining 10 hours of side missions the game makes you play through to get to the unsatisfying ending that has the absolute balls to tease a sequel. Honestly, I was a little bit disappointed in things feeling a bit too familiar. Almost all the side missions are from the older games. They make you play through them in order to progress the story, and there's only so many times I can ragdoll in front of cars and deliver vehicles before it becomes boring. That being said, the missions themselves compared to the older games as well as the shooting and driving are the best they've ever been, with the driving being nearly perfect. Graphically, Saints Row feels like it straddles the generations between PS3 and PS4. The customization of the game is absolutely amazing, and thankfully, you don't need the game to try it out. Just download the Saints Row Boss Factory, and it will give you a taste of the game at its best. However, in the main game, you'll see a blend of highly detailed characters walking around a bland city that feels like an amalgamation of some of America's most famous tourist locations, like Las Vegas, LA, San Francisco. Hell, one part of the map even reminds me of Mexico. Unfortunately, none of these environments really work together. It feels like they couldn't make up their mind on what location they wanted to set the game, so they made a messy, fictional, empty city. I really can't recommend anybody go out and pick this game up right now. Every time this game does something right and makes me happy right around the corner are 5 things that frustrate me and make me want to turn it off. This is the best game to pick up from EB for like $10 to $15, and I don't think people should pick it up for any more. It's like I said, Saints Row isn't bad, it's just aggressively okay, and that's really sad. I don't know if we'll see Saints Row again anytime soon. I hope we do, and I hope when we do, they aren't afraid to try something new, innovate, and bring Saints Row into the next generation to please old and new fans alike. And with all that being said, I don't really rate games here on Aussie Lag, but if I had to put a number on it, I'm sorry, I'm still working out a rating system, but if I had to put a number on it, I don't think I could give it more a 6 or a 7 out of 10.